Good morning again, and welcome to our August 6th, 2025 Board of Supervisors meeting. And out of courtesy, we ask that you please place your phones on silent. And another thing is, if you go up to speak on call to the public, please state your name and address for the record. With that said, I'm going to call this meeting to order. And Senor Sanchez, you want to lead us in the pledge, sir? To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll go ahead and move on to item B, adoption of the agenda. Good morning, Mr. Manager. Any changes?
Mr. Chair, members of the board, there's no changes to the agenda.
We are going to make one change. We're going to pull out item 1A and B from the consent and put it under action item G so we can read the proclamations. And so, therefore, I'll go ahead and ask for us to adopt the agenda with that one change.
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Now we have item C, call to the public. I have one slip in front of me. Mr. Channing, I apologize, Velasquez. Come on up, sir. And state your name for the record.
Good morning. My name is Channing Anthony Velasquez. My address is 1160 East Mountain View in Nogales. I'll keep it brief. I am here today for the Overdose Awareness Day proclamation, and I just wanted to take this time to say thank you for, acknowledging that there's a lot of people suffering in our community with addiction that have gone through this in all stages of life. I myself am an addict, 5 years in recovery, and I grew up with my dad being a deputy sheriff. My mother currently works for Border Patrol. I spent 4 years of my earliest life in Border Patrol from 19 to 24, so it can touch anybody. I was a part of the earlier opioid epidemic that led to my drug of choice being fentanyl and amphetamines at the end. So it's been a rough road, but I'm proud to stand before you today and help others get clean and continue on that road to recovery. So thank you guys for acknowledging that.
Thank you. I commend you.
Thank you.
For what you do and congratulate you.
Yeah, thank you. It's very brave to share those kind of stories.
Anyone else wishing to come up? Yes, Mary. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Mary.
My name is Mary Dahl, and I live in Rio Rico. But I wanted to, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, quickly tell you about the event at the airport last Saturday, Military Appreciation Day. It was the brainchild of our FBO and airport manager, Copper Mountain Air, and they, along with, in partnership with the county and Tracy's crew, put on a military appreciation afternoon event. The county crews helped with the big tent and tables and chairs. Copper Mountain Air provided food and a bunch of adult-oriented type of games. There was dunk tank and some other stuff. We had about 150 active military come out to the airport. Young men, I didn't see any young women, young men from Fort Huachuca and also who are stationed right here in Nogales, and they had a great time. It was hot, but it was a little bit cloudy, and there was a bit of a breeze, and it was great. We also had a few vets, Vietnam era vets who came out. who are also, of course, very much appreciated. So I wanted to give a shout out to Copper Mountain Air and Tracy's crew and the partnership with the county on this really successful event.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Heard, Tris, you were there as well? It's a great event, right?
Yeah, it's a really neat event. It's great to be able to talk to, you forget, you think military and you forget that these are just kids, right? They're just kids away from home, and so it's neat for Seth to offer them that ability to get together and have some fun.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Mary, and thank you, Tracy, and your crew, all involved. Anyone else wishing to come up on call to the public? Okay. We'll go ahead and move on to current events. Supervisor Davis, good morning, sir.
Good morning. So I wrote them down so I wouldn't miss anything. The first, I want to thank Ms. Schaefer for giving me a tour of the Patagonia Mountains. I forgot to give that update in my last meeting. So basically, that's why I wrote everything and sharing some other concerns with me. Also, I had my second cafecito at El Zarape. So I believe that it's very important to communicate with, connect with the community. I want to thank all the staff there. Yuyo Gil, he has a barber shop right next to it because it was his idea for me to go to El Zarape. This Monday was the first one of 4 I'm going to do this month. So next Monday, I'll be there. The following and the third Monday. So basically 3 more. Mr. Chavez, I want to thank you for going with me. You provided a lot of useful information. What do you think of the cafecito? How was it for you? How was that experience?
Mr. Chair, members of the board, it was a good turnout. I believe that, that we had a good a good cycle, and people would trickle into the restaurant there, and people were interested, and we had the opportunity to provide some good information on where the taxes, mainly where our property taxes go, and just address any concerns that they had. So it was good.
Yeah. So I would like to take this moment too, to thank you and your team, because I can see that you guys have been working very hard to provide, for example, to create these posters that is very easy for people to see where the taxpayers' money goes to. It's very visual, very creative, even though you're a number person, it's very creative. I appreciate that.
We won't hold it against you.
So I was impressed by that, and proof of that was when I went to El Zarape, right? People had a question, they would see the poster, they got it right away. Also for making that information available to the public out here. I've seen a lot of people go out I go to the restroom and I ran into somebody seeing the paper, have these informal conversations on the budget and stuff, and also for providing all this information online too. So I want to thank you and your team for making all this information available. So, so like I said, next Monday and the 2 other Mondays, I'm going to be going to El Zarape from 9 to 11, and I'm going to be taking different people from the county. I plan to invite Bettina and Mr. Paz. Also spoke with, where are you? Paulina. So we're going to rotate. We're going to see, but that's basically the idea, to connect with the public and provide information and listen to their concerns. I also want to thank Mr. Fontes and the public works staff, because there was for their work, I wrote it, for the work repairing the portion of the concrete panel along the Nogales Wash. So I know they fixed this area so more damage wouldn't happen eventually, but they're gonna continue working on it in the near future when the season of the rains pass. So thank you for that work. It's crucial. It's something that sometimes the public or the community don't see, but it's vital for the safety of this community. So thank you. What else did I have? So the podcast, when it comes to the podcast, Gov 101, so far we have 12 episodes, 3 or 4 are coming. We're gonna keep interviewing more people. So I want to thank all the departments for being so flexible and creating this. This is vital, again, for the community to understand what we all do. So you can go ahead and see them. So I also want to thank Shannon because she's been working with me, and Sam Acosta and Natalie Flores, the 2 interns that you're going to see interviewing everyone there. So I want to thank them for all their hard work. Lastly, I just want to wish all the teachers, students, family, parents, admin in Santa Cruz County, like on this week to go back to school. So I wish them a good year, and the county is open. If you have any questions, concerns, we're here to help them. So those are my updates, and then we went to Rio, but
I got a question for you, Supervisor.
yeah, absolutely.
Did you miss the first day of school?
I will miss my students for sure.
Okay.
I do, and actually, like, some of them came this week to visit me. They were here, and I've been getting a flow of students coming, and I give them a little tour of the county, so I will absolutely miss the students.
It's a good point. That's a
Yeah.
good point. I miss the students too. Vice Chairman, Mr. Rio Rico.
Good morning. I'm going to go back. I wasn't there for the event on Saturday at the airport, but I did have a chance to visit Seth yesterday or the day before. He said the event went absolutely fantastic, so thanks to the county. I was also told, and very disappointed in our deputy county manager, they asked you to be part of the dunk tank and you refused. I don't know, that's just the rumor.
Can we find him?
Consider it done.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that was done, but I will tell you, my daughter did cut her finger on the axe throwing part of the event, so I just want to, so tread lightly,
Okay,
Supervisor.
will do. I apologize. In all seriousness, I had a wonderful couple of weeks. I did get a chance again to visit Judge Olais in action last week, and she does an incredible job, so thanks to Judge Olais. And I highly recommend that you go to the county website and see what she has to say on the Government 101. My wife and I headed out to the National Day of the Cowboy. That happened at Empire Ranch, way out on 83. It is in Pima County, but it's right on the border there. So we had a wonderful time listening to some great country music, listening to a poet, listening to a person who is, I would consider, expert horse rider. She talked about all the things that she does with her horse, and just a great time. And I think the part that I enjoyed most was actually going through the house and reading about the people who lived there and what they did prior to even having electricity. So that was pretty fantastic. Went to active shooter training. Thank you to the county for putting that on, and the police department. Had a meeting with the Patagonia Public Safety. I know that there's a lot of discussion about what's happening with the bylaws and the fire department out there, the volunteer. So that was a great meeting. We did go to the Santa Cruz Valley Unified School District welcome back, and had a great time. A lot of energy. We missed you, Ms. Phobia. You were missed. We had recently the District 3 advisory meeting out in Sonoyta. I thought that went well. We learned quite a bit about the wine industry from Carrie. She's just wonderful. Twisted Union. I also had an opportunity this week to visit a constituent out in Elgin. It's always nice to get out. Just some wonderful people that just moved in from Benson. So that was nice to get out there and talk to those folks. Met with Maya yesterday. Thank you, Maya. Carrie, thank you, and Terry for that meeting. A lot of great things were discussed, and I love the ideas that you have. And then this morning, myself and Shannon, I always say how important she is to this county, as is everybody else, but Shannon and I presented this morning at the Rotary regarding the things that are happening within the county. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I have several items to report. We had a busy couple of weeks. Friday, we were at Santa Cruz Valley District 35, welcome back. And for me, it's one of my favorite events of the year because of the positive energy, just the culture. It's a culture that you can see is instituting excitement for education, and it's great to see teachers excited, faculty, staff, bus drivers, everybody. The superintendent, I want to commend the superintendent, Mr. Verdugo, along with the board. Santa Cruz Valley is doing an amazing job, and former board member. Where she's here. There she is. I couldn't see you. Awesome event. Maya, congratulations again. And we had the opportunity to have lunch with you last week. That was nice. And congratulations and good luck and God bless. Sheriff Hathaway, thank you. He's not here today.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, there he is. I apologize. But we went out to look at a site where he's looking to bring in a frisbee golf. Frisbee golf, which is exciting. We want to see if we can set up a park out in my colleague's neighborhood. You may be able to walk there, sir.
You betcha.
Yeah. So it's exciting. I want to thank Luis Carlos for setting up the podcast. The kids are doing an amazing job. And again, I too want to wish all the school districts a great year and good luck and God bless them all. We have the Teacher of the Year event this Friday, which we're all going to be attending. So that should be fun and exciting. And that's all I have to report. We'll go ahead and move on to item 2, manager's report.
Mr. Chair, I have members of the board, I have nothing to report. I just want to thank the Finance Department, Mauricio Chavez, for all their work related to the budget. Thank you.
And don't you, we're hosting the managers this week, right?
Sure.
I congratulate you because the county managers for years have wanted to come down to Tubac. They come down to Tubac and meet. They have their pre-legislative season meeting here. And I want to commend Jesus for hosting them.
Thank you. You're correct. So it's, we, last month or a couple months ago, it was hosted in Prescott, and now it was Yavapai that hosted, and this month we're going to host it at Tubac Resort. Thank you for recognizing that.
Thank you. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to item E, Department Reports and Activities, Finance, Cash and Investments, Expenditures, and Revenue Reports. Mr. Chavez and Ms. Martinez, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. The cash and investment report, the general fund has an overall balance of $20,310,429 with an investment amount of $16,324,922. The road fund overall balance is $5,660,583 with an investment amount of $5,048,991. The flood control district has an overall balance of $2,745,142 with an investment amount of $304,289. And our jail district has an overall balance of $4,909,035 with an investment amount of $4,336,886. Total for all funds, overall balance is $55,769,754 with an investment amount of $28,105,572. So we have an estimated end of the month balance of $6,397,449.
Any questions, gentlemen?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 2, any other departments wishing to come up and report? Mr. Treasurer, good morning, sir. Maya, good morning.
I would like to.
Awesome.
I wanted to follow it.
He's taking the meeting off.
Is it okay if I hand you a paper? Print out?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, good morning, Chairman Muleta, Supervisor Davis, Supervisor Fanning, County Management, and community members. My name is Maya Donnelly, newly appointed school superintendent. So I'm happy to report a little bit about our office. Just three kind of exciting things that I'd like to update you on, because there's so much that happens in our office. I could be here all morning. First of all, we wrapped up summer camps. And I gave you a little flyer there that we put in the Border Echo and the Nogales International. For about 10 years now, the school superintendent's office has been running summer camps, free educational opportunities for kids during the summer throughout the county. I think 10 years ago we started with 2 camps. And over the years, depending on grant funding and funding that we're able to rely on from private sources, camp numbers have fluctuated. In our heyday, we had 38 camps. This year, funding was a little bit tighter, and we were able to offer 22 camps. But the fun thing about it is that we place them throughout the county. We were at the Sonoita Fairgrounds for a 4-H overnight camp where kids learned about taking care of their livestock and preparing for the county fair. We had a camp at each fire district. So that was Sonoita, Tubac, Rio Rico, and Nogales for kids who are interested in becoming firefighters, EMTs. We had a skate camp. I don't know if anybody here in the building remembers Skate Palace, but that one brought back a lot of memories. Kids learning how to be resilient and learning how to roller skate, kind of a thing of the past, I guess. We have our fan favorite robotics for kindergarten through 8th grade. Storytelling, a Writers Institute. Let's see, what else? The murals on Morley. If you visit our 1904 historic courthouse, we have a brand new mural on the annex building behind the courthouse. Let's see. There's a little bit of everything. And so what's really nice is we're able to serve almost 700 students. Our tally was 690. And so it's a fun place for kids to be throughout the summer, learning about whether it's STEM, whether it's the arts, whether it's writing. We're happy to be able to provide these opportunities so kids aren't kind of stuck at home in front of a screen. So that's something really exciting we look forward to. Our main sponsor was South 32 through a Smarty grant that we applied for and were awarded. And then also the public library was one of our partners. Sodexo, we want to thank Sodexo big time because they provide free summer meals for all those students. And then we placed camps, Santa Cruz Valley, Patagonia Union, and Nogales Unified to kind of make it easier on the transportation side for parents. So thank you to everybody that contributed to summer camps, especially our staff, because they go above and beyond, providing supervision, making sure that all of our campers are safe, getting back to mom and dad or whoever's picking up at the end of camp. It's a little bit hard to take care of those little kinder students. Something else, as Chairman Muleta mentioned, is Teacher of the Year this Friday. And so we're coming together to celebrate 22 teachers from public schools, one from a private school, a couple from charter schools, and it's going to be a wonderful celebration, celebrating our educators throughout the community. And then lastly, I am a creative person and not a numbers person, so I'm pretty excited to have been able to finish the property taxes for the school districts and submit them over to Mr. Chavez with my fingers crossed. Just kidding. They are accurate and good to go. So thank you very much.
Before you go sit down, we're going to give you a challenge coin.
Oh, nice.
Okay? So you have a very successful career in there.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you very much. I love it.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you, Ms. Fanning.
Okay, any other departments? Seeing none, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to recess general session and move into flood.
I move.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. We're now on the flood. Alan, good morning, sir.
Morning. Good morning, Chairman, members of the board. So this is the July project report from the Flood Control District, and like normal, I was wanting to start out with rainfall. The Nogales area has suffered again with a lack of rain. We were below the average of 4.14 inches. We received about 2.13 inches, and half of that rain fell during a July 15th storm. And this is the same storm that Supervisor Davis was alluding to as far as the repair that was done on the Nogales Channel. That particular storm was watershed-wide on the Nogales Wash. There were times where the rainfall intensity was 2.5 inches per hour. What basically that equates to is about a half an inch per every 30 minutes, I think. So anyways, that was kind of a perfect storm. It basically ran from the northeast down towards the border. There was also another portion of that thunderstorm that formed on the southern side of the line and contributed to the flows along Nogales Wash. The actual channel was bank full and was running at about 1,000 CFS. So as a result, I've been monitoring the channel after each rain event, and I also want to say that our Public Works Department has done a repair there in conjunction with the railroad, and it's right across the area from the gauge there, right next to the city building. So, with that said, hopefully with the remaining portion of our monsoon season, we will see some more rain. Right now, we're in a D3 extreme drought. So it's just been really dry. So moving on to floodplain use permits and flood hazard information requests. The district received 202 flood hazard information requests. 172 of those were in unincorporated Santa Cruz County. 28 were in Nogales and 2 in Patagonia. We received 11 floodplain use permits, 6 of them within Santa Cruz County, 5 within the city of Nogales. We did not have any site review applications, and we did have one drainage complaint, and that was the channel on the Nogales Wash. Moving on to projects. Do have an update for the Ephraim Canyon project. Our consultant, CMG, is assisting the county by providing an alternative structure to meet some of the objectives of our FEMA grant. Preliminary analysis shows that there is a much more cost-effective alternative that may achieve similar results. No update on the Patagonia Regional Flood Control Project. Moving on to Potrero Creek, a letter of map revision. The county has received FEMA comments on July 3rd and is in the process of addressing them. Nogales downtown redevelopment, floodplain feasibility. Again, CMG submitted a draft technical memorandum to the county for review on June 23rd. Once finalized, it'll be the final deliverable of the study. So that's it for my report today. Did not receive anything from the town or the city for today.
Any questions, gentlemen?
No, it's just we need the rain, as simple as that. You know, I'm used to, I was talking to someone the other day, and it was an everyday occurrence at some point during the day where you get 30 minutes of rain, and that's sorely missed. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I just want to emphasize that, once again, like, thank all the staff at the Public Works, because when we were notified, I went with the county manager, and that same day I saw people like getting all the rocks and getting ready to repair that. So yeah, that was really good to see. So thanks again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Right away.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Leonard. Your crews are out there right away, right after it rains. They do a great job. Thank you. Anyone wishing to comment or anyone have a question from the public? Okay.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you
Yes,
all.
sir.
This time, I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn flood control and move into item G, action items.
Move. Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, we're in item G, action items. We have one item. Item 1 from the consent agenda was moved there, and it's discussion, possible action to approve and adopt proclamations designating August 2025 as Child Support Awareness Month and August 29, 2025 as Overdose Awareness Day. Vice Chairman Fanning will read the Child Support Awareness Month proclamation.
You bet. Good morning. Whereas the County of Santa Cruz joins the nation in recognizing August as Child Support Awareness Month and reaffirms its commitment to strengthening Arizona's families by providing child support services to improve the economic stability and well-being of children. And whereas the state of Arizona will always be committed advocates for our children whose safety and security remains top of mind. And whereas a child who receives emotional and financial support is more likely to feel safe and secure and is better equipped with the courage to be their very best in life. And whereas the Department of Economic Security Division of Child Support Services is robustly committed to putting Arizona's children first and to humbly serving Arizonans with excellence, respect, integrity, and kindness, as well as being an overall champion for economic growth and opportunity. And whereas DCSS, Department of Economic Security Division, strongly advocates for parenting responsibilities because parents and children benefit when both are engaged with their child at every stage, regardless of marital status. And whereas DCSS recognizes the commitment of legal guardians who accept responsibilities of children in the absence of parents. And whereas strengthening individuals and families with an emphasis on fiscal responsibility promotes the safety and well-being of children, provides stability, improves the lives of children, and provides opportunities for families to be able to enhance their children's future. And whereas Child Support Awareness Month values parents' involvement in their child's lives and who make regular child support payments to safeguard their children's future. Now therefore, the Santa Cruz County Board of Supervisors proclaim the month of August 2025 as Child Support Awareness Month, passed and adopted the 6th day of August 2025.
Thank you, sir. I will be honored to read the proclamation for Overdose Awareness Day, dated August 29, 2025, whereas the health and well-being of Arizona communities are strengthened by collective compassion, education, and action to address the opioid crisis, and whereas Overdose Awareness Day serves as a beacon of hope, uniting us to honor those we have lost, support those in recovery, and empower our youth and families to build a brighter, healthier future. And whereas in Arizona, provisional data from 2024 shows a promising decline in opioid overdose deaths, with an estimated 1,800 lives lost compared to 2,087 in 2023, reflecting an impact of harm reduction efforts. Naloxone distribution and community partnerships. And whereas despite this progress, fentanyl remains a significant challenge, contributing to approximately 80% of Arizona opioid-related deaths in 2024, underscoring the need for continued vigilance and education. And whereas events such as the 3rd Annual Overdose Awareness Day Basketball Tournament, August 22nd, 2025, the Overdose Awareness Day Memorial, and August 25th, 2025, and our own observation of Overdose Awareness Day, August 29th, 2025. Demonstrate Santa Cruz County's commitment to saving lives and fostering resilient and whereas partnerships with organizations, committees, coalitions, and a hand-in-hand relationship with law enforcement officials, first responders, and leadership in our county equip our communities with life-saving tools and acknowledge, and whereas we celebrate the strength of those suffering through substance use and all Arizonans in recovery, whose coverage inspires to expand access to treatment, peer support, and prevention programs. Now, therefore, we proudly proclaim August 29th, 2025 as Overdose Awareness Day in our community. We call upon all citizens, organizations, and partners to join in raising awareness, promoting harm reduction, and supporting recovery efforts. We, as a community, can extend an open door to each other in times of need and make the difference needed in our nation today. Together, we can honor those affected by overdose, uplift those in turmoil, and build a stronger, healthier Arizona for all. Proclamation adopted this 6th day of August 2025. Yours truly, Vice Chairman Fanning and Luis Carlos Davis. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to adopt.
I move.
Second.
Okay, and just under discussion, I want to thank Mr. Velasquez for his work. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
If this passes, I also want to welcome David Simons as the Tubac Historic Zone Advisory Board and Josh Mentesana as the Planning and Zoning Commissioner for District 3.
Okay. This is just item 1, though.
Okay, I apologize.
No, that's okay. That's okay. We're just doing item 1A and B. Okay? I have a motion and a second. And anything else under discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. So we're done with item G, action items. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to recess general session and move into jail district.
I move.
Second.
I have a motion. Any discussion, questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 1, discussion possible action for authorization to fill vacant A, detention corporal position, and B, 3, detention officer's position. Sheriff, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chairman Molera, Vice Chairman Fanning, Supervisor Davis, County Manager. Yes, these are funded positions already in the budget, and they're just vacancies to be filled. No additional cost.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Item 1, at this time, item 1A and B, I'd like to entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion to approve, right? Okay. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 2, discussion possible action to approve cancellation of ADCRR agreement number 23-133-28 with the State of Arizona Department of Corrections, Rehabilitation, and Reentry for Detention Officer Training Academy due to an increase in the price per cadet cost from $920 to $1,400. Wow.
Yeah, Chairman Molera, I heard there may be a question about this, so I thought I would just go ahead and address the board on this issue. There's basically the reason for that item on the agenda is twofold. The first reason is we put on our own academy or for detention officers in the sheriff's office. This is a common practice in Arizona. For example, Pima County does their own detention officer training academy in-house. We have very qualified staff for this. Our jail commander, John Marquez, was one of two individuals awarded this year the Distinguished Service Award by the National Jail Institute. He was a former associate warden of the Arizona Department of Corrections. He has the full curriculum and is very experienced in training. Another advantage to doing our own academy down here for detention officers is we can do on-the-job training in our facility. Our facility is different than, say, a virtual facility that they would see in the CODA Academy up in Tucson. CODA stands for Correctional Officers Training Academy, run by Arizona Department of Corrections. They would get to see actually the way our medical department works, the way our cameras work, the way our door controls work, our Sally Port policies, our medical policies, how we interact with Holy Cross Hospital and our local nursing staff here. So they would actually get the on-the-job training here in our own facility, where they could just go upstairs into the facility, work in our control room, not a simulated control room, and actually see how our facility runs. We have the range that we use here for qualifying our officers for firearms training. They will use that same range. So this is a common thing, and actually the sheriff in Pima County has offered us free access to his academy. If we ever wanted to, we could go do that for free up in the Pima County Academy. There would be costs associated, like per diem and transportation for officers to go up there. So this is the most practical, cost-effective solution, and they're training in our own academy. So that is kind of the first issue for this item on the agenda. The second one is related to a contract dispute. We have a current contract with Arizona Department of Corrections to send cadets to their academy for $920 a year, and that's valid through 2008. So we have a contract at the old price that's valid through 2008. So we look at this as kind of a breach of contract that they wanted us to sign and continue and agree to an additional expense up to $1,400 when we actually, if we want to use their services, we have a contract that says we can still do it at the $920 rate. So it's kind of that contract dispute is the second issue here, but we're not using that academy anyway. If we ever found the need to use an outside academy, we could use Pima County for free, or we could go back and sign a contract with Department of Corrections. But we still feel that we have a contract valid through 2008 at the old price. So those are the two reasons, if you have any questions.
Any questions, gentlemen?
Yeah, you answered the first question that I had regarding, if they're not going to do it, who is? And my question is, canceling the agreement, are there any unintended consequences?
No, it's just kind of not agreeing to continue at the elevated rate. Like, we can always redo this. We can always say, hey, we want to send people to the DOC Academy, which trains on Arizona DOC policies, not our local policies. We have our own local policies, our local facility. We can always re-enter an agreement even at this $1,400 price, although we believe we have access at the $920 price. But it's an easy thing, just paperwork, that we could do the agreement again and get access to the $1,400. There wouldn't be any delay if we decided to do that. We're not sending any of our new detention officers to the academy anyway, but we could redo the agreement if we wanted to, or we could send them to Pima County to their detention academy. Like I said, this is common throughout Arizona for sheriff's offices to have their own detention officer academies. So we're just doing what other people do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah, thank you, and for saving some money there. And also want to take the opportunity to thank you and Chief Castillo for always taking my calls. I get a lot of questions from the community, and I know that I can call you and you'll have an answer for me. So thank you for that.
Okay, and I hope you have a slot on your podcast for us coming up for the sheriff's office.
We already got someone, but if you want to be in that podcast, you can come today. We'll arrange it. Okay?
Excellent.
We'll have you. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for always being here. Your presence is appreciated.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes.
Thanks again.
Shannon, let's schedule that.
Okay, this time I'd like to entertain a motion to approve item 2.
I move.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Okay, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn jail district and move into consent agenda.
I move.
Second.
There a motion and a second, any discussion?
Aye.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Item I, consent agenda 2 through 14. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve.
I move to approve the agenda, the consent agenda.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, any discussion?
Yes, I was
There you
premature
go.
in my first, I apologize. No, I just want to welcome, if this passes, David Simons at the Tubac Historic Zone Advisory Board, and Josh Montesana as the Planning and Zoning Commissioner for District 3.
Perfect, thank you. Any other questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. And I believe that is it on a regular meeting. Item J, adjournment is next.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, we're now adjourned. We will start our special meeting at 10:30, so we'll go ahead and recess for about 13 minutes.